What's up, everyone? We got a couple of big updates to go over with crypto. A lot going on in the Senate today with regards to the infrastructure bill, which would have big impacts on the entire crypto market. So in today's video, we're going to start off by going over what is going on in the market with Bitcoin, Ethereum, some smaller altcoins. After that, we're going to talk about a major change with regulators in the US with regards to this infrastructure bill, with regards to crypto, how it's going to affect the entire crypto market. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about what is going on with the creator of the stock to flow model, where he sees Bitcoin's price going, and it's pretty interesting to see what he has to say about, are we in a bull market? Are we going to see a bit of a correction? Where we see it going? And at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about Cardano and some things to keep an eye out on the week ahead. So if you guys enjoy this sort of content, well, then please be sure to like the video down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, if you want to see everything that I am buying and selling in real time, well, then make sure to follow me on public.com. Just go to public.com/Michael. It's completely free to follow me, and you can get up to $50 in a free stock when you download the app. It's just like a Robinhood combined with a Twitter. But anyways, let's take a look at what is going on with the market right now. So when we look at the market, we're seeing that Bitcoin is up about 3%. Ethereum's up right around 2%. We're seeing that Bitcoin cross above $46,000 per coin within the last 12 hours. And we also have seen Ethereum bounce back now, pushing that $3,200 per coin range. When we look at the technicals for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, everything is still looking extremely good. We are still looking extremely bullish for Bitcoin in terms of the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, and a couple of other indicators for Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum, we'd had, almost 3 weeks in a row where we have had every single day close in the green. Yesterday, we did not close in the green, but either way, we can see 7 days, we are up 15% for Bitcoin. The last 7 days, we were up nearly 20% for Ethereum, and the entire market fundamentally still looks really good. When we start looking at the technical indicators, things are still looking very bullish for crypto. But now let's get into the couple of alerts, couple of big announcements, which I do want to go over with regards to the infrastructure bill, with regards to regulators, and what is going on with that in general. Because while everything does look good with crypto, while we are seeing it continue to push upwards, things are looking great. The only thing that could really derail us right now, and, other than just a bit of a normal correction, after seeing, days and days in a row where we are in the green, the only thing that could really derail us right now is seeing what is going on with regulators in the US, putting restrictions into place, changing some ways that crypto exchanges and brokers have to collect information. All of this can have big effects on crypto. So anyways, let's take a look at what's going on there first. Right now, we could see that Bitcoin's price has crossed $46,000 per coin for the first time in months since May. And on Sunday night, with regards to regulators, on Sunday, August 8th, 2021, the Senate further delayed the vote for the infrastructure bill until Tuesday. Originally, we were supposed to have a vote take place on Saturday, August 7th, 2021. And they sort of just threw in a bunch of these crypto portions of this infrastructure bill last minute. We've talked about this a lot, and I'll link the videos down below if you want to see entire breakdown of it. But essentially, they have this $1 trillion infrastructure bill. They were looking for ways to fund it, so they threw in a crypto tax law that people were not too happy about with the wording, and it was going to generate about $28 billion in revenue in revenue tax dollars for the government to help fund this infrastructure bill. Then that was last week. Then we had a couple of more amendments submitted about this for this infrastructure bill that had more to do with crypto, sort of targeted proof of stake and was going to penalize proof of stake coins. And so people aren't happy about that as well. But the big news is we were supposed to have the vote on Saturday, August 7th. They delayed it to Sunday, August 8th. And now it has been delayed again until Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. They said that this is going to give them more time to debate what has become what is going on with the two competing amendments to a cryptocurrency tax provision, and they said that is currently what the status is. We had seen this. Probably some of this delay has been because we have seen the Bitcoin community, crypto community in general, has made over 35,000 calls to lawmakers about this crypto tax provision and what is going on with cryptocurrency in this bill. People are not happy at all because they feel like it has been rushed. It is just all these crypto provisions have just been thrown in when they have nothing to do with infrastructure at all, and they shouldn't be in this bill at all. So we've seen over 35,000 calls to lawmakers about what is going on with this bill, and specifically what is going on with crypto. So it's good to see that people are at least listening to what regular everyday people are saying. We have seen that Square CEO, Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, has come out and said he doesn't like what is being put in this infrastructure bill with regards to crypto. We've seen Elon Musk come out and say that he also doesn't like it. He doesn't want the government to pick winners and losers. We've seen CEO Brian Armstrong say the same thing. And all of these people have come out, openly spoke about their disagreement with what the government is doing with this infrastructure bill with regards to crypto, and now we have seen it delayed again. We'll see what happens, but this is going to be something we need to keep an eye out on over the next couple of days and next couple of weeks. Are we going to see more delays with this infrastructure bill? What are they going to change with regards to cryptocurrency in this bill? Are they going to keep it with the cryptocurrency tax provision and specifically penalizing proof of stake cryptos? Because all of that, if it goes through and it passes the Senate, the House, and the president signs it off, well, then it could negatively impact the market moving forward. But with regards to Bitcoin right now, according to many analysts, what they're saying is that Bitcoin, regardless of what is going on with regulators in Congress, still looks pretty good. We have broken through $40,000 per coin. Now we broke through $46,000 per coin, and the only hurdle left on the charts with regards to Bitcoin is at $51,000 per coin. And same thing with Ethereum. We broke through 3,000. There's not much resistance before we start reaching new record highs. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about what is going on with one particular U.S. senator who came out and spoke specifically about this law, about what they are currently talking about with the infrastructure bill, cryptocurrency being involved in it. And essentially, a senator from Utah named Senator Mike Lee, he came out and said that cryptocurrency, he says, is a rapidly growing industry and it's developing very quickly in the U.S. And he noted that the crypto provision in this law seeks to require those who buy and sell cryptocurrency to treat it the same way as they would the exchange of securities. And he said the big thing here, he warned people, he says, look, the big thing here is that cryptocurrencies are very different from securities. He says they aren't just stocks, they're very different, and it's more widely adopted than stocks. It could facilitate, economic activities, a lot of innovation. Stocks, you can't use them to pay at stores. You can't, build entire new platforms on, with stocks. The technology, there's no new technology behind stocks. Cryptocurrency is completely different than stocks and securities. And he says that that's why they shouldn't just rush into throwing these crypto provisions into the infrastructure bill, because it's so completely different than stocks. And like the SEC, Gary Genler, we're seeing a number of government organizations treat crypto same as like gold or stocks, when it's very different. And so this senator from Utah came out and said that, look, if in fact we pass this infrastructure bill with the crypto tax provision, which is supposed to generate about $28 billion for the government to help fund this infrastructure bill, if they pass also these amendments that are targeting proof of stake and going to penalize proof of stake cryptos, well then, he said, mark my words, it's going to have a chilling effect on innovation within this sector. He said places outside the United States may well be the ones to reap the benefit associated with laws here in the United States if we adopt an unproven, untested, unknown strategy. He said we'll see a flight of innovation move to other countries. Investments related to these companies are going to move out of the country, and it's ultimately going to make Americans poorer, and it's going to really hurt the United States long term if they just pass these bills without really doing their due diligence, making sure they don't target one specific type of technology like proof of stake or proof of work, making sure they don't just throw in a tax just to generate revenue to pay for this infrastructure bill, when ultimately it shouldn't be taxed the same way as securities. It shouldn't be treated the same way as even gold or commodities. It shouldn't be treated the same way as stocks. It's different than all of these. So he said that is something we need to keep an eye out on moving forward. And just like him, we have said, Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, Ted Cruz, a number of people have come out and said they don't agree with what is going on. The government just hastily including a number of crypto provisions in this infrastructure bill as sort of just a last minute, 11th hour, just throwing it in there. So we'll see what happens there. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about what is going on with regards to the S2F creator, that stock to flow price model creator. He goes by his name is Plan B, and on Twitter, his Twitter account is at 100 trillion USD right here. So this person is the creator of the stock to flow price model. A lot of people have looked at this. We've seen a number of major YouTubers, a number of major analysts all look at this model. And what he says is that he currently believes that this bull run is not over at all. Back in July, he said the same thing. And recently, he just retweeted a post he had back in July where he said that, look, just to reconfirm this message from last month in July, at the time, Plan B said that he believes the bull run is not over, and today he seems fairly certain that his old statement in July still is true. What he said is that my on-chain data tells me this bull run is not over, and 64,000 was not the top. He said this is in line with the S2F model. Also, his floor indicator says we will not go below $47,000 August close. Right now, we are seeing that we are right around where he said is the bottom for the price floor for where Bitcoin would close August at. He says that he thinks we will definitely see new all-time highs well above $64,000 per coin moving into the next couple of weeks and next couple of months. He thinks that $47,000 would be the lowest we would possibly close at the end of August. And, people always say there's all these analysts, all these people. How can you trust any one of them? Well, you know what? This person has created a technical model that many people follow. It's not just YouTubers look at this or all just regular people. No, major analysts, major financial firms, institutions all look at this model to at least, look at it, to say, where is Bitcoin's price going? Where is the crypto market's price going? And so he is the creator of the stock to flow model. He's had multiple accurate predictions over the last 5 years. And so he is saying that $64,000 for Bitcoin is not going to be the top of this bull market, and we are going to see it continue to reach new record highs. And then next up, I want to talk a little bit. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin, where the S2F creator sees Bitcoin going. And then one more thing I want to talk about with regards to Cardano. Very important here is what specifically is going on with Cardano's smart contracts. Everyone knows that Cardano is, well, if you don't know, Cardano is, decentralized finance crypto. It's competing with the likes of Ethereum, EOS, Solana. All of these are in the same decentralized finance space. And right now, Cardano has been working for months on its Alonzo upgrade. And with this upgrade, we were going to see implementation of smart contracts. We're going to start to see NFTs rolled out. We're going to see Cardano become more energy efficient, handle more transactions per second. It's a big upgrade for Cardano. And so right now, we had seen about a month ago that they had started to roll out and test smart contracts. And according to their co-creator, Charles Hoskinson, in a recent YouTube video, because that's how he likes to talk to the Cardano community, but he came out and had about, an hour-long video where he spoke about the current status of Cardano, where it is right now, what's going on with these updates, and when we are going to see full rollout of some of these functionalities. And what he said in his recent video is that the upcoming upgrade on the Cardano chain is looking very good. He said all tests were satisfactory. The level of bugs was very low. Most of the errors detected could practically be eliminated in passing. And he says we should see that by the end of August, beginning of September, that the Cardano blockchain will receive the long-awaited smart contracts functionality. He says that the test of this smart contracts functionality has been, been running internally on internal infrastructure of the network since about late May. Now they're going to start testing these smart contracts functionality with crypto exchanges, wallet developers, and more big platforms. And then by the end of August, early September, we should see it rolled out to everyone. And everyone's like, why is this important? Why does it matter? Well, ultimately, it's important because one of the things that Cardano lacks that Ethereum already has is smart contracts. Ethereum, the biggest DeFi crypto out there, number 2 in terms of market cap, Ethereum already has decentralized finance applications, a lot of them being built on the platform. It has smart contracts. It has NFTs. It is a major platform with so many use cases, and the only way that a Cardano is going to be able to catch up with, let's say, Ethereum is, first of all, getting more active wallet addresses, getting more companies and more DeFi applications built on the platform, and also smart contracts. So this is the first step in seeing Cardano continue to expand and grow and potentially be a so-called Ethereum killer. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but this is a very exciting announcement for Cardano. We have wanted to see what is going to happen with these smart contracts for a while, and ultimately we'll see how the rollout goes. Hopefully everything goes according to plan, and we'll see what happens there. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about what is going on with a couple of technical indicators with Bitcoin. But before we get into that, if you guys are just new here, please be sure to like the video down below and subscribe. YouTube, for those of you guys who don't know, they had deleted my entire account when I did a video on Elon Musk and Dogecoin. So ever since then, my whole channel has been out of whack. They don't always notify people about my videos. They recommend my videos to the wrong people, and all the views have been all over the place since that happened. So it would really help me out a lot if you guys could just like the video, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. Anyways, next up, let's talk a little bit about what is going on with... We'll talk a little bit about Ethereum, a little more about Ethereum and a layer 2 scaling solution. So for those of you who don't know, Ethereum is a platform that a lot of people have criticized because of scalability. It's not able to handle so many transactions per second. Transaction fees and gas fees have always been pretty high, and people are concerned about that. So ways to solve it is like new cryptos, let's say like Polygon, which is a layer 2 scaling solution. So think of Ethereum like a highway. When there's enough applications being built on it, more people are using it, that highway gets congested. The fees, the tolls get higher, and so what happens is layer 2 solutions like Polygon, like this new layer 2 scaling solution like Arbitrum, all of these are coming out, and they essentially make these side roads for Ethereum to make it so Ethereum is less congested. The gas fees, aren't as high, and so people can still have all the access to Ethereum in terms of security, in terms of all the functionality of Ethereum, but still be able to have, let's say, lower transaction fees with like a layer 2 scaling solution. So anyways, the big news here is that Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution, Arbitrum, is set to launch this month. And this is exciting because right now, one of the biggest layer 2 solutions for Ethereum is Polygon. We've talked about Polygon a lot. Polygon has seen a dramatic increase in its price recently. Polygon has also seen a dramatic increase in the number of users and the transaction size on its platform, on using its system. And we've also seen Mark Cuban invest into Polygon as well. But now we're seeing personally invest, not just buy, invest in it, but invest in the actual company behind it, not just like buy coins. But anyways, now we're seeing Arbitrum, which is a Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. They announced that they would launch their mainnet for users at the end of August 2021, and this tool allows Ethereum users to transact with very low transaction fees using this layer 2 scaling solution. And it'll be very exciting to see this, because the thing ultimately, why Ethereum, why Cardano, why these things are going to be, in my opinion, bigger than Bitcoin one day is because of the network effect. When we start seeing companies build their businesses, more companies build their businesses on the back of Ethereum, on the back of Cardano, on the back of other DeFi cryptos, that's when you start to see that network effect where it's not just people using Ethereum anymore. There's all these businesses that run on Ethereum, and that is how we're going to continue to see crypto, Ethereum continue to grow. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of technical indicators with regards to Ethereum before we get into what is going on, before we really wrap up the video. But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about what is going on with Gary Genler and the SEC. I'm just pulling that up right here. So the SEC chairman, Gary Genler, he came out the other day, pulling up the article. Here, SEC chairman says Satoshi. One second, Satoshi. Here we go. So the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, he's been criticized a lot recently because he had taught for years at MIT on cryptocurrency courses, blockchain courses, and just digital assets, digital currency in general. He had taught about it a lot at MIT. Then he became the SEC chairman, and people were thinking that he was going to be all pro crypto. There weren't going to be a lot of regulations in place. He was going to help just grow it, and he understood, that crypto is decentralized. But that wasn't really the case. He had compared crypto, we've talked about this a lot, but he compared crypto to driving, saying right now, like when cars were first available, there weren't street signs, there weren't stoplights, there weren't seatbelt rules. None of that was in place, and people got hurt. So he said, that's where we're at with crypto right now. There's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of scams, and so now they need to put all these rules and regulations in place to protect people from being scammed out of their money. But the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, he's talked about regulations. He said how we need to have regulations for crypto to go mainstream, but he came out and said just the other day that Satoshi Nakamoto's innovation is real. He said that with cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in general, he said that when he did a lot of research on it when he taught at MIT. He said, I came to believe that though there were a lot of hype masquerading as reality in the crypto field, there's a lot of people hype up all these different coins, and some of it isn't real. But he said Nakamoto's innovation is real for the financial industry. He said further, it has been and could continue to be a catalyst for change in the fields of finance and money. And he said, we also haven't seen crypto used much as a medium of exchange to the extent that it is used as such. It's often to skirt our laws with respect to anti-money laundering, sanctions, and tax collection. It also can enable extortion via ransomware, as we recently saw with the Colonial Pipeline. He said there's actually a lot of clarity on that front. Certain rules related to crypto assets are well settled. The test to determine whether a crypto asset is security is clear. So basically what he's saying is, look, right now, there are a lot of projects out there that are just relying on hype. They're not really doing a lot, and some of them are scamming people out of millions of dollars. We saw with a crypto exchange in South Africa called AfriCrypt. Two brothers ran away with billions of dollars in crypto, and it was a scam. We saw other scams take place, like he said, with the Colonial Pipeline. We saw many scams take place over the last couple of years in the crypto world because there hasn't been any regulations in place. He said, so even though there has been these scams and even though things have happened with fraud, ultimately he still believes that what the technology behind crypto is doing is still in its early stages, and we're going to ultimately see it change the financial world in the future. We've seen a lot of people talk about Ethereum. How Ethereum with decentralized finance, with smart contracts, with NFTs, is changing the way people go about storing their money. First of all, even with Bitcoin, let's say, right now there's a huge unbanked population, and with people who are unbanked, they have to keep cash, or they have no other, that's the only way they can keep their money. But now with crypto, you can go to a Bitcoin ATM. You could just, put cash into a Bitcoin ATM, and you could store your money digitally. So what they're saying is, look, this is changing the entire crypto world. This is changing the entire financial world. It's going to help out the unbanked population, going to give them more ways to store their money digitally, because if they don't go to a bank, it's also going to help with in terms of transaction speed, sending money globally from one place to another. Let's say you live in another country, you want to send money home to your family. It's going to make that happen instantaneously with next to zero fees at all. And right now, also with the financial world, let's say you want to do a wire transfer. If it's not during business hours, it doesn't go through that day, and it's like you have to send it before a certain time to get it the same day. So let's say you want to send money on the weekend or late at night. You can't do that with like a wire transfer, large sums of money with traditional financial systems. So all of this, he says, will change and ultimately will have very positive impacts as a result of crypto and the technology. Right now, we just need to make sure there are certain things in place to protect people from getting scammed, protect against fraud, and protect against all of that. So anyways, that's what's really going on with crypto. I just want to do a quick update, talk about the key changes, the key alerts with regards to dates for this infrastructure bill, the big announcement from the stock to flow creator, named Plan B on Twitter, where he sees Bitcoin's price going, and also go over what is going on with Cardano. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on public.com, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys later for another episode. You guys seem to really like the video just walking around in the neighborhood with my dog, so I'll probably do another one of those later. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you have a great rest of the day. See you guys.